In celebration of another meaningful flight, we at Haribon recognize the efforts of our local and international donors, partners, supporters, and constituents. Your support have lifted our advocacies to greater heights. These four key themes carry our mission and advocacies: working with people, saving habitats, saving sites, and saving species. We believe that local people are better managers of their own natural resources. Empowering them through information sharing and participatory learning is the key to genuine nature conservation. Through the assistance of the Royal Netherlands Embassy, the Building a National Constituency for Biodiversity Conservation Project, or BNCBC, has opened doors of opportunities for our corporate tie-ups and media partnership. Their support have made a significant dent in creating massive awareness on biodiversity conservation. This also led to public participation in events such as Wild Manila Adventure Race and Bird Kite Festival. More importantly, this project paved the way to the creation of the directories of important bird areas in the Philippines and the Philippine Red Data Book, teachers' training modules, Haribon Quarterly Magazine, and other publication materials. Under the ANES project, or Advocacy, Networking, Education, Support Mobilization, and Training for Biodiversity Conservation, several academic centers of excellence, or ACEs, in biodiversity conservation were identified in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. The ACEs serve as repositories of biodiversity information in their respective regions. They provide support in training modules development, database enhancement, and other related trainings and workshops. Media partners have played a vital role in creating mass awareness on biodiversity conservation and related issues. Media mileage indeed helped in increasing the number of advocates for the environment. GMA7, the country's largest TV network, created 2 TV ads against logging and wildlife trade with the tagline Haribon and GMA, Kapuso sa Kalikasan. Aired during the station's primetime programs, these ads generated a media value of almost 100 million pesos. Print media partners such as the Manila Times generously offered an opinion column, weekly announcement corner, and Only in the Philippines bird series for Haribon. The Philippine Daily Inquirer also showed its support by showcasing 16 threatened species in the Philippines. Aside from conservation education sessions, series of fora, and publication materials, conservation was given a much-needed boost with the involvement of respected broadcasters and other luminaries from the field of media and arts as Haribon's ambassadors for conservation, or HAC. Pamana Ka sa Pilipinas, a nationwide network of 122 community marine protected areas, or MPAs, is supported by the Royal Netherlands Embassy, Smart Communications Incorporated, and the David and Lucille Packard Foundation. Pamana continues to bring together local communities, LGUs, and people's organizations in monitoring and managing their marine sites. Through the generosity of Smart Telecom, 246 free units of cellular phones were provided to Pamana, making communications faster and easier in marine protection and livelihood support. The community-based mangrove management project in San Salvador, Masinloc, Zambales, supported by the United Nations Development Project, or UNDP, is a showcase of leadership. 7 hectares of mangrove sites came to life through the efforts of local communities. 12 local fish wardens volunteered and received their deputation papers. Training courses on leadership, biodiversity conservation, sustainable livelihood, and financial management have shed a whole new light to the meaning of community involvement. As Haribon continues its advocacy on the delineation of municipal waters and fisheries reform, bird conservation is also given priority through bird ecotourism. Nature conservation through the Bird Ecotourism Project of the Japan Fund for Global Environment has inspired the local government of Candaba to play an active role in bird conservation. As bird enthusiasts flock in Subic and Candaba, bird watching tours have also flourished in these areas. 198 coastal managers benefited from the training course on integrated coastal management, which were replicated in Indonesia and Vietnam in 2004. This transpired because of the support of funding institutions such as World Fish Center, United Nations Environment Program, and the UNDP GEF Small Grants Program. In the same year, Haribon completed all the preparatory activities of the Environmental Law Seminar for selected judges in the Sierra Madre region. Keeping forests green with native trees and the seas blue with good reefs makes for healthy and safe living space for diverse species. Protected habitats ensure human survival. With the support of the European Commission, integrating forest conservation with local governance in the Philippines project, or IFC-LGP, a project focusing on forest management, has made significant accomplishments. Among its successful undertakings are the integration of forest management plans and zoning regimes to the local development plans of barangays, up to the municipal LGUs of Sablayan, Occidental Mindoro, and Sibalom Antique. Various training courses from basic ecology to forest management planning were designed for local government officials. This project also paved the way for the passage of local resolutions with the active involvement of the LGUs for the adoption and protection of selected flagship species and the adopt a flagship bird species per municipality in Antique. Forest management investments of LGUs in the areas of Sablayan and Antique reached over ₱1 million, excluding sustainable and non-monetary benefits from the Forest Co-Management Agreement in Sibalom. Through the assistance of the European Commission and the Embassy of New Zealand, the forests of Sablayan, Antique, Dinagat, and Bukidnon received a package of rainforestation training from seedling collection, growth chamber establishment, nursery maintenance, native tree planting, and monitoring. As of 2004, there were 29 nurseries of native trees, and 42 hectares of land was allocated for reforestation efforts. With support from the UNDP, the resource book on environmental and social valuation was crafted in 2004. This material serves as an instrument for building the capacity of local stakeholders to make informed decisions in reviewing mining projects and biodiversity issues. In December of the same year, Haribon launched the Boto para sa Inang Bayan, a signature campaign to stop forest destruction. It has also become an important ally of two social groups that fight against illegal logging and mining activities. Site conservation translates to perpetual benefits from the forests, reefs, and seas. The Critical Ecosystem Partnership Fund, or CEPF, has a very vital role in the success of the Threatened Species Program, or TSP. By 2004, it has supported 10 research projects on threatened Philippine species and 7 site partner NGOs through project grants. The TSP continues to gather and share information about the Philippines' unique wildlife species and their habitats, especially in priority biodiversity areas such as Mindoro, Sibuyan, Panay, Negros, Cebu, and Tawi-Tawi. 30 students have graduated under 2 field courses on wildlife biology. Every species has a place and function in the web of life. Their protection, therefore, is essential. Under the Threatened Species Program of Haribon are 4 endemic species that received research attention: the tamaraw, the Mindoro tariktik, the Mindoro bleeding heart, and the flying foxes. A series of preliminary meetings formed the Philippine Eagle Alliance, which will further research and implement conservation programs for the protection and preservation of the Philippine eagle. The members of this alliance, apart from Haribon, are Conservation International, World Wildlife Fund Philippines, and Philippine Eagle Foundation Incorporated. Haribon set up a network in port areas such as Zamboanga, Davao, General Santos, and Metro Manila to monitor key areas where there is rampant illegal wildlife trade. Information materials and trainings were provided to individuals, academic institutions, and government agencies to counter this illegal trade. Last October 2004, Haribon, through the assistance of Vogelbescherming Netherlands and BirdLife International Asia Division, participated in the 13th Conference of Parties to the Convention on International Trade on Endangered Species in Thailand. Haribon supported the adoption of the yellow-crested cockatoo of Indonesia and East Timor in CITES, an important step in ceasing the international trade of the species. It would not have been a meaningful journey without the funders, partners, and donors who have been supporting Haribon as it soars higher to achieve its vision of protecting nature to preserve life. It would not have been another fruitful year without the people who have shared their commitment to the organization. Haribon carries its vision with the hope that in the next milestones, you, our partners, are still with us. You inspire us to make our advocacy soar higher despite the magnitude of our environmental concerns. And with you powering our flight, we are confident that we are on the road to a greener Philippines by year 2020. Thank you for being with us all through these years.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, mga kapamilya at mga kapuso. Ngunit ang mahalaga po ay lahat ng nagmamahal sa kalikasan. Good evening. The first time I've ever encountered Haribon as a journalist was when I think it was the year 1994. I was still working for GMA7 and I was doing a story about compressor diving in Sorsogon. And we came across some fishermen who were looking for aquarium fish. At yung lugar kung saan kumukuha sila ng aquarium fish, sira na yung mga corals doon. There were no more corals there, and they said that it was years of cyanide fishing for the aquarium fish. But they said they had learned a new way of catching aquarium fish, which was through Haribon. So naisip ko noon, ano ba ang ginagawa ng Haribon? And that's when I found out that Haribon actually traveled all over the Philippines, teaching people the right way to catch or to gather aquarium fish. It was a different approach. It wasn't the hard sell environmentalists to the point that they would no longer be able to earn money, but it was a kind of education that they needed to take care of their environment so that they would catch more in the future. And from then on, since 1994, there have been many, many more instances that I've realized Haribon is not about the environment. It's not about birds or exotic fish or the dugong. It's not about that. Haribon is really about people. What it does is it teaches people how to take care and live with the environment that they have. Unfortunately, hindi po ito kaya ng Haribon na nag-iisa. Last year, I did a documentary for Haribon for the rainforest. At dun ko nga po naisip na sa dami po ng rainforest sa Pilipinas, paano mababantayan lahat ng rainforest na ito? You actually need money, serious money, to actually guard, watch, and make sure that there's a nursery to be maintained. And every year when the donors' night happens, this is what's important. It's really money. But money isn't just about money. Money that goes to very important, well-spent projects, as you've seen in the AVP. And that's what Haribon needs tonight, commitment. Sa amin po sa media, we do the best we can in giving awareness. But I've realized it's really the corporate social responsibility of major companies like Meralco, GMA, ABS-CBN Foundation, even the embassy, the Embassy of New Zealand New Zealand has the best rainforests in the world, practically, I think, today. All these embassies, you play a major role, and we do hope that you will continue to give grants and allot money for Haribon every year, because it is the only way to really keep the projects going. So ngayong gabi po, bago kayo umalis, before you leave tonight, we do hope that you will always keep Haribon as one of the organizations that you will faithfully and give commitment to, that you will help each and every year so that Haribon can continue the projects that we have shown you. And I'd like to add that Quezon, the province of Quezon, is perhaps the biggest challenge that Haribon will have for the coming years. The damage that has been inflicted on Quezon, which was man-made, as we've realized already after so much reporting and investigation, it shows that we need not just awareness, but totoo po yun eh. The best people to protect the environment are the people who live there. And it takes money to educate those people. It takes money to make those people involved. So thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we do hope that you will faithfully support Haribon every year. Thank you very much.
What a wonderful